It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Rams. A lot has changed since these two met in Super Bowl 34, and off we go between the Rams and Titans. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd and 7. Out of the gun, McDonald. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine with it. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing is McDonald. Complete to Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Working with a 2nd and 4. That's caught by McMath. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with Akers. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So a nice run right there. And worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence. But this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
From the 50 at Stafford. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
McDonald sets to throw. Open man is McMath. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening. First down carry for Henry. They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Reuben Foster picks it.
And the Rams force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you can...
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time. Gets the sack.
McDonald. This will go to Henry out wide.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's McDonald to throw.
They set up the screen for Henry. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's McDonald. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on 3rd down, McDonald. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. With his 11th touchdown on the ground, number 13 overall. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third and 2, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Stafford. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford will dump this off to Akers. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Akers has got the first down and then some. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Here's Akers. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On the counter, this is Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. On the give, this is Akers. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
To throw is Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And caught by Henry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Tannehill throwing again. Got him in. It's Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Now Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. To the air again, Tannehill. That is into the hands of Patman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Quickly here, and that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Running from the gun with Henry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, here's Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They go play action with McDonald.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw. McDonald. Caught by Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One last throw here for Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So the L.A. Rams